Alright, show of hands. Who here is feeling wholesome today? Okay. It's pretty hard for me to talk in front of the camera, and I don't really like that none of you guys really know me very well. Oh. I'm going to do a 50 facts about me video. As you can tell by the freaking title, today we are gonna learn. So first of all, my name is Veronikavnaumova, but it's actually pronounced Naumova, but I gave up in first grade. I'm currently 19 years old, the big 1-9, as everybody calls it. Not really, just a joke. Okay, I was born in Russia. I speak Russian, but I'm not perfect with grammar. I feel like I tell this to everybody like 5 times a day. I have 3 cats, and I'm severely allergic to cats.
I just think it's funny.
I just think it's funny. My credit card number is... Just kidding! Gotcha. I'm an INFP, or an ENFP according to the Myers-Briggs type indicator thing. I always either get 1% more introverted or 1% more extroverted, but I completely relate to both types, so I'm a Scorpio, but I don't really believe in that stuff because anything I read about being a Scorpio or my other signs, it just doesn't sound anything like me. Maybe my birthday is a lie. I learned guitar from YouTube when I was like 8 or 9, which makes me laugh because who is she? Where can I find some of that motivation nowadays? So I started first making YouTube videos when I was 9 with my best friend, and they were supposed to be just like funny skits, but eventually I decided to show my talents. Now it's a singing channel. I love 80s inspired music and 80s things, and these are some of my favorite 80s albums. Inspired album. I like 80s music too. I have a thing with the 80s. I don't drive yet.
So the fact I had here was really boring. But anyway, one time I was in a BuzzFeed article for stabbing myself with a pencil. I tweeted it and they found it, and they even used my picture for the Facebook post about it. And that was back when everyone was obsessed with BuzzFeed. I felt so famous.
So these are all the hair colors I've had so far. I've never been in an actual relationship, but I've had lots of elementary school boyfriends that I never talked to, had a single conversation with, or ever saw. I can't say I don't know what true love is, because boy do I. So I have this Christmas tree up year-round, and these ornaments, and one of them, as you can see, fell down, so that's good looking. So when I was little, I used to do cartwheels a lot. It was how I impressed people. My mom taught me when I was little one-handed cartwheels, and it was my thing, and I'd be like, hey, check this out. I can still do them, but I don't. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do it. But believe me, I can do it, okay, guys? I can totally do it. I love film photography, and I've had 2 different film photography Tumblrs, like a day one and a night one. I was doing nothing with my life. I really want to get good at it someday. Speaking of that, my aesthetic is like glow blog, like night.
Did you mean exactly what I just showed you?
80s music plays in the background. I used to sing so much in elementary school that I wouldn't even notice when I was singing, genuinely. We would be doing like an assignment or something, and teachers would be like, Veronica? So everyone thought I was annoying, which I was, and I still am, and that's okay. My favorite colors have been pink, lime green, and light blue for a pretty long time. Like my closet and my room, it's all just those colors. Yeah, I haven't changed my room since like 7th grade, so everybody screeches when I say this, but I don't really like ice cream. Like gelato and like frozen yogurt is pretty okay. Also, I don't drink coffee and I prefer not to eat chocolate, but I love me some Reese's Pieces. Some Reese's peanut butter cups. Can't get enough of them. I'm always carrying around a bottle of water with me everywhere I go. It's in my hand, okay? My mom's always like, put it in the bag! I'm like, I don't want to put it in the bag. I don't know, it's like my little safety blanket thing. Isn't that just a fun fact? In the middle of the night for like the past 3 months, I go downstairs in the pitch black darkness and I make myself a peanut butter sandwich. with Publix low sugar orange marmalade. And it tastes good, but I think I'm starting to develop a peanut butter allergy. So psychology really interests me. That's it. That's the fact. Every few years, I end up wearing different rings on these fingers. My middle fingers. I think it's a cool fact about me, because I'm so different from everyone else. I love Scandinavia, and I would like to live there maybe sometime. So I try to do yoga every day with my mom. Never in my life would I have thought that I would be patient enough to ever do yoga. It's helped so much. One time we did it every day for like 2 months straight, but once we went swimming, I realized I'm like toned. I have like abs, and I'm like Popeye. Anyway, that lasted not long. So yeah, yoga. So I recently noticed that I like to hold on to cool packaging. This is also crazy to a lot of people, but I don't really watch movies or shows. I waste my time in other ways. So, okay, half of these are about elementary school, but in elementary school, a lot of people thought I would become an author. I was the annoying singer girl, but I was always also the person that could write kind of well. I got this like award thing, and all I became is nothing. I like to read self-help books a lot. I don't really read novels much or ever. I love Photoshop and photography a lot. And I had a photography Instagram account, but I stopped using it for some reason. I got into K-pop in 2015 when 17 debuted, and my favorite group ended up being SHINee, and my favorite person ended up being Cubum. I listen to most groups. These are some of my other favorite groups. So it's been a huge thing throughout my life. Whenever my mom and I go out in public, people say that we look alike. We never really saw how we look that much alike. You be the judge. I used to write nonsense songs when I was really little. I would literally just sit in the back of the car and be like, and think that I'm making some kind of Lion King song. One of my first songs, I think I was 4, and I wrote a remix of I'm a Little Teapot called I'm a Ballerina. I still remember it, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. Okay, yes I am. I'm a ballerina, pretty and cute. Here is my shirt and here is my skirt. All I have to do is dance and dance. When I stop, the music ends. Yeah, so I only officially started taking songwriting seriously in like 3rd grade. I just recently started learning how to draw. I love winter with all my heart, but I think fall is my favorite season. And I really don't like the summer. Spring is okay. I really don't like the heat. Speaking of, I don't really like the beach, but it's okay at sunset and when it's like chilly outside. Then it's kind of nice. I find dream interpretation really interesting because I always have crazy vivid dreams. They're really detailed, but I remember them really well, and I just like to look up every keyword I can think of and see what it means. I always have random obsessions. From 3rd to like 9th grade, I had this huge obsession with rain. And then in middle school, I had this random obsession with airplanes, and I had a Tumblr just full of airplane window pictures. I always have random obsessions with people from different countries, like freaking Tokyo Hotel and Elvis and their show. By the way, they're always embarrassing obsessions. Eurovision, K-pop. So I like to dance and learn dances, and I was a huge hip-hop dancer back in elementary school, but now I feel like I look like an idiot when I dance. But you know what? Maybe I'll show you sometime my crazy dance moves. I went vegan for a bit, but I ended up eating like the same 3 things every day, so now I'm mostly vegetarian. I itch my eyes a lot and it's really bad. They're always like red. I can only breathe through one of my nostrils ever. Which one is it right now? Huh! I can breathe through both right now. Anyway, I don't know why it was like a crazy concept to me that people can breathe through both nostrils. You need to get that checked out, Veronica. So I kept trying to get people to call me Vivian in 3rd grade, again with 3rd grade, because my initials were VVN. I mean, they still are, but it sounds like Vivian, so I was like,
I want a cool nickname.
I wanted to have a nickname back in 1st grade, and we were learning about vertices. And I was like,
Hey, that kind of looks like my name.
and I wanted to be a superhero, so I asked people to call me Vertex Girl. Obviously, nobody called me Vertex Girl. I'm a memory hoarder. I've organized like so many things, like little notes and little drawings and all that stuff, and I take way too many screenshots and pictures every day. But because of it, I have really good memory and I remember a lot of things. This video should just be called Things I Did in 3rd grade. I used to think that I could move clouds with my eyes because I didn't know that clouds moved on their own. So I don't know what's wrong with me.
Honey, a lot.
But I always hear my friends wrong and they all get really mad because they'll be like,
"Hey, I just got a sandwich."
"What? You're a big bitch." And everyone's like,
"Shut up. Oh my god."
Anyway, I hope this wasn't boring. Thank you for wanting to learn about me. I think it would be really fun if you commented a fact about yourself. That would be a fun comment section. If you think that I should do more talking videos, let me know. Like the video. I'm assuming you're subscribed if you're actually watching this. But if you're not, make sure to subscribe. See you soon!